Welcome back to STL TV Live. I'm Sarah Bernard, and we're here with Sarah Pitzer from the Missouri Department of Conservation talking about making maple sugar in our own backyards. And this weekend you can do it at Rockwoods Reservation. Okay, so we had stopped before the break at the point where we've got the little drippy things.
Yep.
Coming out of the tree.
Yep.
And so what happens next?
Well, so next, pretty much you just have to collect the sap.
Okay.
And it will only
So you got your
flow.
bucket hanging here.
You've got your bucket or a milk jug or whatever. And the sap will only flow if it's below freezing at night and above freezing during the day.
Okay.
And so those are the perfect weather conditions.
Yeah, and that's kind of where we're at least today.
Yes,
Change
at least
tomorrow.
today, right.
And if it changes, it's okay. You just leave your bucket and you wait.
just leave your bucket and you wait until the weather is right again.
Yeah.
And so then you want to collect your sap, and this is what tree sap looks like, what maple sap looks like.
So it's clear.
So it's very clear. It is not brown, and it's a little sticky, but not that sticky.
Yeah.
So this is what you want. Don't worry if this is what's coming out of your tree.
Okay.
This is right. And it looks like this because it is actually mostly water. It's 97% water.
Okay. So how much can you expect to collect after, say, a week? I mean, would this be about what we can expect or more? Or?
No, well, it would depend on your weather conditions. So if you have great conditions, you can get 3 gallons out of one tree in one day if it's really good.
Really? Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Yes. So, which is good because it takes about 40 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of syrup.
Oh wow.
So,
Okay.
So you
we
need
a lot.
a lot. Yeah. So this amount of sap would be really negligible amount of
Right,
syrup.
like a tablespoon.
Like yeah. So that's what you want.
Okay. So then what?
So then we've collected it, and you need to put it over heat source. Essentially, you need to boil it. You want to get rid of all that water and just get down to where it's more sugar, 67% sugar and 33% water.
Okay.
And then that is syrup. So
Okay. So does it turn this brown color at that point? when
yes,
you
it
cook
does. It does, although how brown it turns depends. So actually all of these are all syrup.
Okay.
But it can be light like this, it can be dark like
And
this.
what makes the difference then? Is it the tree?
Not so much the tree. Part of it is the time of year you collect it at. So the earlier sap will tend to be lighter.
Okay.
And it also depends on how much you cook it, how long you cook it. Because remember, if you've ever did that chemistry experiment in school where you burn sugar, right? And it turns real brown and then black. So the longer you cook it for, the darker it is. It doesn't necessarily mean it's burnt. It's just the sugar turns that brown. It caramelizes.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, so let's talk about the difference between the syrup that we buy in the grocery store, the typical syrup, and what's being produced here from the trees.
Right. So your typical syrup is made out of corn. If you look on the back.
So there's no tree involved?
No, there's no tree involved.
Okay.
A few of them have like 1% maple syrup or 5%, unless it says pure maple syrup and you look on the back and read the ingredients and all it says is maple syrup, then it has nothing to do with trees and it's everything to do with corn.
Okay, so pure maple syrup is natural. It's what's being produced, what you're talking about right here.
And it's always organic.
Okay, and that's probably why it's so expensive because it takes a lot of trees and a lot of sap.
And a lot of time. Remember, 40 gallons of sap make 1 gallon of syrup. So you have to get rid of 39 gallons of water. It takes a while. If you do it at home, please do it outside.
The cooking or
the cooking until you get to the very end, because if you think about it, 39 gallons of water evaporating into your kitchen, it will strip your wallpaper off your wall, for example.
Oh, wow.
And it kind of creates this sticky film and stuff will grow on it.
Yeah.
And
Okay. So over a fire pit or that kind of
something
thing,
outside.
campfire. Okay, or we can go to Rockwoods Reservation this weekend where it's all kind of taken care of for us.
Yes, and you
All
can
right.
see the process.
So tell
there.
us about the event this weekend then.
And it's this Saturday, the 1st. It starts at 10 a.m. and goes until 3 p.m. It is free.
Okay.
Open to public. We do have limited parking at Rockwoods. There will be parking available at the community college campus in Wildwood, and we have shuttles that will take you, and there will be lots of signs to show people where
and
that
this is something you guys do every year, so obviously you know to expect a crowd because you've had a crowd.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a great family event.
It is. It really is. And we'll have all of this stuff and more details about how you can do it at home, and we also have examples of our syrup. We'll have kettle corn made with real maple sugar. We have sugar on snow, which is a really fun, delicious kind of sort of taffy treat. There'll be games for the kids and other fun family activities. So.
Okay, and we can actually see this process happening in front of us with the fires and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Okay, good. Well, Sarah, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be there Saturday to do it, or if you can't make it on Saturday, be sure to do it in your own backyard. Why not? The Maple Sugar Festival is happening this Saturday at the Rockwoods Reservation in Wildwood from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. For more information, call 636-458-2236. And we'll be right back with more STL TV Live after this break.